Hi, I'm Neil McDonnell. I have a tip that I want to share with you today that I hope helps you as you focus on all the activity that's before you and what you can actually get done. I was reading an article recently, just yesterday, and this is late May 2018, just so people know I like putting dates into things I talk about. An article came out talking about the government's performance on small business contracting, and they gave themselves an A, or an A plus even. And it's funny for those of us in that space, because as we watch it, we're like, seriously, you're giving yourself an A when women-owned businesses, the performance has decreased. HubZone certified companies, performance has decreased. There's these numbers that are going down. I'm not saying you don't deserve an A, but an A plus, or even I don't think you should be an A, it should be a B. But and the tip is not about that. The tip to me is how I deal with that kind of information, because that can come in and be frustrating to people, or even knowing about the details behind it, you begin to get distracted. And I kind of consider that like world peace. I want world peace, but I don't really think I can do anything about it to bring about world peace or to create world peace, right? I got 4-year-old twin boys. I'm still trying to create household peace, right? And Stephen Covey describes in his book, 7 Habits for Highly Effective People, the circle of concern. And inside of the circle of concern are all these things, obviously, that concern us. So I mentioned world peace. We talk about the A plus status in the federal government on the contracting side. I might be concerned about this fair play or that fair play. But the reality is those are all just concerns. And Stephen goes on further to describe inside your circle of concern, you have this circle in the center that's called the circle of influence. And the circle of influence is what can you really do about it? So going back to my example about world peace, I really can't do anything about world peace, right? You might butterfly flap his wings syndrome over here or something and see something happen on world peace. But the reality is I'm not changing it, and I'll leave that to the bigger powers to be. But what I think I can influence is household peace. I think I can bring about household peace in my family. You know, I can work with my boys at 4 years old here and tell them they shouldn't be mouthing off to their mom, or they should be doing what she says. They should be playing a little better together or something. If I can help them understand the proper behaviors, you know, I can bring about a little bit more peace within the household. If I can take them out on bike rides and really just get them super tired, maybe they'll have spent too much energy to be that crazy in the household or something. I can work on that. I can influence the household world peace. It's the same thing with my job. I can influence how I perform in my job. I can reach out to contracting officers and try to increase the contracts I have, or the people who are around me, other businesses, be able to try to help them increase their performance level. But really, I'm not going to do anything about the overall federal government's performance on government contracting. And so that's a circle of concern area. My tip going along with that to you is really understand what's in your circle of concern and what's in your circle of influence. The faster you just focus on your circle of influence, the faster you start finding just more satisfaction in your day-to-day efforts. You won't be banging yourself against a wall that is an item in your circle of concern that really you shouldn't be banging your head against, because you really can't do anything about it. But when you focus on your circle of influence and you just stay in there and you do a good job, you know, the stuff behind me, you see these little stickies, those are my circle of influence. The more you get done and the better you are in your circle of influence, eventually you'll find your circle of influence grows out. I'll probably never tackle world peace, but I might be able to tackle more issues. Like, for example, I'm involved with the HubZone Chamber of Commerce. So I might be able to help more HubZone companies find a similar type of success that I'm trying to achieve for myself. But still, I have to keep focused on what is in my circle of influence. And I recommend that to you. So as you start today, whatever day you're watching this, just reset yourself and go, let me focus on my circle of influence. And I think you'll be much happier, and certainly you'll accomplish a lot more when you do that. My name is Neil McDonnell. Go make it happen.